Merthyr Tydfil, South Wales, 68-year-old former teacher Martin is trapped in a mess of his own making. What started off as a healthy interest in outdoor pursuits has turned into a barricade, keeping him a prisoner in his own home.
2 years ago, COVID, I'm locked in. I can't go fishing, but it doesn't stop me buying all the new stuff, look, for going fishing, like lines and stuff like that. I got a nice piece of furniture there you can't see. There's 3 drawers you can't open because there's stuff stacked in front. The bathroom's a mess, right? There's records there. Sinead O'Connor, I don't know why you got this, but I didn't buy it.
Martin's living room is an Aladdin's cave dedicated to his many pastimes. The kitchen is a museum of out-of-date food. The bedroom is packed with clothes, and his bath is hidden behind everything else.
My fishing nets and all that stuff are in that bag there, which is sort of in the way, except that it acts as a buffer to the door when I open it. I used to have a lot of bread. There's some bread there going off, because I forget it, man. I buy the bread, I forget about the bloody stuff. It's 4 days later, I got bloody fungus up the kazoo.
Like many hoarders, Martin became estranged from his family, and until recently, his sister Sian hadn't paid a visit in years.
Morning.
Morning.
She's shocked at how her brother has been living.
Where do I start? Where do I start? It was just so overwhelming. Very sad for him. It's devastated how things could have possibly have got to this place.
Determined that this can't go on, Sian sent out an SOS to Nook and Cranny.
Hey ladies.
Hi, are you okay? Morning.
Dewky mewn.
Also known as Debbie and Tina and their army of cleaners.
I've always fished, so there's certain fly fishing rods in that upstairs, which makes storage a bit of a problem. And I found I over-acquired, for want of a better word.
Is it right if we go and have a little look
No,
around?
help yourself, please.
No problem.
And thank you very much for coming to help me.
Oh, that's all. It's our pleasure. There's a lot of clothes. Martin does collect a lot of stuff. It is quite full in there.
Fishing rod.
Yeah, lots of fishing.
One of the biggest things we got to do with Martin is build trust, because he needs to understand that we're doing this in his best interest, trying to do what's best for him.
Bathroom's really Tina, I think.
In a situation now where he knows it needs to be done.
Yeah.
But obviously it's going to be difficult for him because he's lived this way for a long time now.
If I get this empty, I'll be back to be able to listen to my music. I love the music, man.
Is also underway.
There's tons of stuff here. There's a pile of stuff in that cupboard there, but you can't get to it, sorry.
But he's already struggling with the task ahead.
What we're going to focus on at the moment, Martin, is
bit.
this area.
Yeah.
I know you want to keep a lot of stuff, but if we keep too much, we're not going to be able to make some space here.
Sister Sian is glad the clearance is finally underway.
I think he wanted help, but he'd never asked for it in his life. His perception of the world is different to most people's, and he does get very frustrated that we can't understand what he's thinking or the speed that he's thinking at.
There's nothing there that's rubbish. I know that's going to seem silly.
No.
He gets really frustrated quickly with people, and equally people get really frustrated quickly with him.
Is this rope any good, Martin? Or
Yeah, it floats, it doesn't sink.
sorry?
It floats, it doesn't sink, so it's quite useful if you're working on a boat in a pond or something.
So, do you want it or?
Sort of, if I can put it in the plastic bag if you got one.
Right, okay.
Only 3 hours in on day one, and already Debbie and Tina are worried about getting the job done.
There's a lot of things that you've collected and you've spent a lot of money on, and, you know, I think Martin is going to find it very difficult to be able to let go of things.
That's my fishing gear stuff. I know it looks like rubbish. I don't want to throw that away just to give you a bit of space.
I'm just wondering where we could
But I can put it out the garage. I've got loads of space in the garage.
With no room to
She's only a little
move,
thing.
Debbie and
Yeah.
Martin head off to the garage.
Pulls out, does it?
It goes up.
Quite a lot of stuff in there as well, Martin, isn't there?
But there's no room at the inn.
I was teaching stuff. But I'm not really, sorry, can't get the bloody thing out. No, just throw it
Are you
on.
sure?
I don't need that. Sorry, I'm losing my spanner in a minute. I'm getting angry with the fact I haven't got enough brain processing power.
Up again. As you can probably see, Martin is starting to get very, very agitated. I think it's because we're starting to bring things out of the house.
Reality's coming over.
Yeah, he's starting to get
Reality's hitting home.
really, really overwhelmed now.
Back in South Wales, Martin's early wobble has given way to some slow but steady progress, and Sister Sian is impressed with the results.
Oh my God. I can actually see. I didn't even know this cupboard existed.
This.
Oh my God.
That's my bits and pieces. That's my current food.
Of course,
Not
I was all
yet.
you. I just can't believe it, but I'm so glad that you've left people in to help, because when I
needed
came
the
in...
help.
Yes, but you, as you said, yes.
I always pretended to you that I was all right, but I wasn't, was I? Sorry. I didn't like to admit I wasn't going to be right again.
Yeah.
And for the first time in years, Martin can actually access some of his prized possessions.
You just love music, and that for that to have been missing from your life for years is just so sad, because
I
it's
know.
such a simple thing. And hopefully in the next day we'll be able to walk over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got to say, it looks a lot better that being in there than in his house. I'm so glad that he's let this go, and I know that he's willing today as well for a lot more things to go, and I'm just so grateful and so glad that he's open to it. This is a real visual symbol of him letting go of things.
In the heart of the Welsh valleys, former teacher Martin has made himself a prisoner in his own home.
I got a nice piece of furniture there you can't see. There's 3 drawers you can't open because there's stuff stuck in front.
Hoarders have a very complicated relationship with their belongings. Hoarding counsellor Claire Darhill has arrived to help Martin tackle his hoarding addiction
Yeah.
Hiya, hi Martin, I'm Claire.
Come in, please.
and
Thank
get
you.
to the bottom of what's causing it.
Is it tiring living with all of this stuff? Is
No.
it tiring for you? You don't find it tiring, really?
I didn't find anything, because what would happen is I come in the door if I want to come in.
Yeah.
I'm in, check the cats, feed them
Yeah.
there. I'll go upstairs, switch the computer on, start surfing or whatever. And I'm just totally oblivious on a one thing.
Because your mind probably is not on a trajectory, is it? It's probably quite frenetic.
My mind can be like an express train going down the track.
Yeah.
But you can't see it coming and you won't hear it going. You'll be dead, you know what I mean?
I like the analogy.
Because it's coming so fast. And
So-
it doesn't make allowances for stupid bastards to step on the track.
As Martin starts to relax, he opens up about a close friend who died.
Both Evans and I had said when we retire, we'll have a nice stereo system.
Okay. Is this your friend who's passed away?
Yeah. I wouldn't have my appreciation of classical music at all
Yeah.
if he hadn't sort of dragged me into it.
That's your connection to him, isn't it? And is that what's keeping
that love
him
of
alive
music and
for
whatever. Well, when I listen to the music, it's like I'm back with him.
Have you let yourself grieve for him, Martin?
Not really.
I see you sad in it all. It's so on the surface, but I feel like you haven't processed any of it. It's choked
didn't.
up, isn't it?
He was gone and I couldn't do anything about it.
You're kind of in denial. He's gone. Are you stuck in a halfway point, or do you not know how to get everything all of that grief out? How is?
Well, I never had a brother.
Okay.
And after he'd gone, is when I became aware how much he mattered to me. Sorry. It seems so much.
Yeah.
For many hoarders, their obsessive behaviour is triggered by the loss of loved ones.
I do think you need to let yourself grieve sometimes the way you are living and the way things go in your head and the order can be a manifestation of what we call complicated grief. So there's a lot of hoarding around complicated grief. So it might be something that you want to look at.
Complicated grief.
Complicated grief.
Okay,
yeah.
and I've never heard of it before.
Yeah, have a look.
Whatever it is, I've been living with it all my life.
Yes. Well, do you know what? It sounds very much like you have. And when we have complicated grief, we normally need somebody else to help us with it. It's not something we can normally process on our own.
Is that why I'm throwing a wobbly now? Because I've bust a bubble or something?
That is exactly why you are throwing a wobbler now, exactly because of complicated grief, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay. I think we've just had a real breakthrough with Martin in terms of him recognising the fact that he hasn't grieved all of these losses. Complicated grief is something we see with a lot of hoarders. So where you or I might, and a parent dies or a sibling dies, and we might clear the house and it's painful and it's horrible, but we know that we've got to do it. We know we have to go through that process. A lot of hoarders don't ever want to go through that process because obviously to deal with the items means that you deal with the emotions associated with each item. And I think if he can do that, that will have a huge effect then on him being able to process the things, the objects, the items.
Never asked anybody for help in my life before because I used to be able to do it for myself. And that brings me back to something I'm really up with. I just stopped playing the stereo. But I miss my mate Evans. Brilliant guy.
Meanwhile, over in Wales, it's day 2 of 3 of Martin's clearance. And Debbie, Tina and the team are finally making some progress.
This is all sort of junk stuff that I used to listen to years ago.
Val Doonican.
If anybody likes Val Doonican, I can recommend this, but I'm a sad bastard who listens to Val Doonican.
Upstairs, Tina begins the task of tackling Martin's wardrobe.
Oh boy, you've been busy again, haven't you?
Yeah.
Oh Jesus, look at that. That's
This
unbelievable.
is what I want to talk to you about.
Right.
There any need to have this amount
Well, look,
of trousers?
those I used to wear for different activities, like there's some of it's to do with outdoors. I'd have the ones for this week, the ones for next week would be in the dry cleaners.
Yeah, but this is more than enough for a month. You would have more than enough
So-
for probably 6 months. I want to downsize massively. I want to chop it in half. Take a seat because we're going to do this.
Okay. Those are my favourite trousers.
But there's 7 pairs here.
That's all right, put them in
And
one
2
place.
there.
That'll give me
That's
9. I gotta have something to wear, otherwise you're gonna get me arrested.
So these ones are going to charity shop now, yeah?
Yeah, go on in.
Lovely, well done. Because that's nearly half the pile.
After scaling Martin's trouser mountain, Tina moves on to the rest of the bedroom and unearths some buried treasure.
This pair of cufflinks, it says there, I am extremely handsome. And it's on the other cufflink is, what's it? These are not my cufflinks.
Then,
Martin,
Wait a minute, I think you found my grandfather's watch. I've been looking for that for years.
it's got an inscription on the back.
What's that one saying?
TAC.
That's not my grandfather's watch, that's Mike Learney's. Sorry, give me a look. This is a Smith Everest. Bloody hellfire. Honest to God, you walk on water. This is retirement watch, look.
And Gurney's.
My Uncle Ernie was more important to me than most people ever in my life. When he retired, he pulls out his pocket like that. Boy, that's for you. What's that earn? Opened it up. Gold watch. Been gone years now and I can't forget him.
The moment where you know you're making life better for someone, you're giving them that moment of happiness. Hardcore smash! Yes, it's been nice.
there are approximately 3 million hoarders in the UK, and the condition can place a heavy burden on friends and family, something Debbie knows firsthand.
I grew up in a hoarded house. My mother was a hoarder. So I'm able to understand and empathise with people of how difficult it is to leave go of things, and it's all too much. Yeah, you're trapped. But like I have got that understanding, so I think that does help with what are we doing there. to declutter my mother and father's house of my mother's stuff and my brother that passed away. I knew if I could do that, I knew that I'd be able to do this for anybody.
In West Sussex, Team Judith's work is almost finished. It's been a year since they last met, but Lisa has noticed a big difference in Judith.
It's like working with a different Judith today. It's just like, get rid of it, go, go. We get enough things out, we can escape. It's a joy to work with her today. I do like that one, but it's gone.
Take it away before I change my mind.
I think Judith said it just a change to the way she views the items.
Why have I still got that? That's the cover for a sink strainer.
Getting rid of things is actually a joy to her now, whereas before it just wasn't. Me to rehome it for you.
I would love you to rehome it for me.
I'll rehome it. The thing I noticed this time, no tears. Not one tear shed over things going out of the house this time. Look how much it suits him.
She makes me laugh and we have a fun time. She makes it fun, whereas it could just be really difficult and upsetting. Yeah, thank you. More cardboard boxes. More and more cardboard books.
I've got to be honest, that is a nice box.
It's an exciting feeling and it's such a relief at the same time. And it just gives me inspiration that how important it is to get this stuff out of here.
2 days ago, the hoard was creeping back into Judith's home. Now it's clear again. And for Judith, the extra space has a deeper significance.
Been feeling more recently, it's 9 years since Mum died now. On the 17th of May was 9 years. And it's like, I'd like to know where to put her ashes, but I haven't really had a feeling what to do with them. But at least now I can get to them, and it just felt a bit somehow disrespectful to have her in a room full of mess. So it's lovely that it's a clearer space now.
Coming up,
This is the dining room.
Jane's over the moon.
Now look as you now. Smile on your face.
Yes.
I know I can't stop my face is hurting. The amount of laughing
And Martin finds some amazing space.
Bloody hell, how did I get so big?
Oh my God.
I know. I can't believe that so many people have come here and done so much for me.
In South Wales, the clock is ticking on the last day of Martin's clearance.
Let's get down to business. Let's do this, girls.
Don't fill that one. Come on.
We have got a couple of new ones over there, mind.
Oh, yeah, she's terrible. You greedy you are, woman.
Just so easy for you to walk around.
Think
Look
about
what you can do with that.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it? What a bunch of girls, they're mad as artists. They were so enthusiastic about what they were doing. Christ, I couldn't stop them if I tried. Bags are flying down there and they're out the door and they're going in the skip. All I'm looking at is going, oh my God, I'm gonna have so much room, it's unbelievable.
For 7 years, Martin's home has been buried in clutter. The bedroom that was a mountain of mess is now somewhere to sleep and sit and relax. The bath that was jammed with junk can now be used for a soak. And with 2 full skips of clutter removed, the hoard downstairs is now history.
Bloody hell, how did I get so big? What did you do to my leathers? They've come up like new. Wow.
How do you feel when you're looking round now and you can see all this space?
Might be in the wrong place. Look at the state of the table, you found it. I'm sorry, I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but it's really...
I can not only hear it in your voice, I can see it in your face, I can see it in your eyes.
Okay, and I don't want to say a little thank you, I want you to understand how much it matters. Really matters.
The team have transformed Martin's home. And there's one more person who can't wait to see the results.
Oh my God. It doesn't look like your house. Oh, thank you so much. Oh my God, man. Oh my God.
I know. I can't believe so many people have come here and done so much for me.
All our clutter has gone to give you a fresh start to actually enjoy this retirement. I've never seen his house look like this. You can actually come here and sit down. Oh my God. You can't adapted. This is more than we ever could have believed
I mean, this is
could
mind-boggling.
happen. I cannot tell you how relieved I am. I have been beyond worried. Oh my God, it looks like a bedroom.
Yeah.
Thank you. I've just seen a change in my brother, and what I'm seeing today is the man I haven't seen for years. It's like I got my old brother back. Oh, you can see out the windows.
We managed it. We got there in the end, and that's.
And it was all worth it, seeing that reaction from Martin and his sister. Proud of you guys. Every bit of sweat, blood, tears we've gone through.
Yeah.
In the last 3 days was worth the reaction we just had off Martin and his sister.
Yeah, I think we went through every emotion.
We have.